What's up, Olivia? How you doing?
Good. Hey, puppies. These are the jokes of the podcast.
Wow.
What do you call an alligator wearing a vest?
I have no idea.
An investigator. Okay, the second one is, what do you call a paper belt?
I have no idea.
A waste of paper.
What's up, guys? My name is Luigi Rizzo.
My name's Olivia Rizzo.
This is my daughter.
This is my dad.
And this is Hey Rizzo. This is our first podcast. This is pretty much the pilot. This is the first one. And I host a podcast in Portuguese. I'm originally from Brazil. Olivia is half Brazilian, right? She was born here in San Diego, California. And I host a podcast called Pras Cabeça in Portuguese. But Olivia had a great idea to start a podcast with me. And so we're going to be here talking about some stuff, daughter, dad, and sometimes we're gonna have some hosts. We're gonna bring her mom one day, her stepmom one day, and
Probably my brother.
your brother, 4-year-old brother, and yeah. So we're gonna be here, entertain you guys and talking, and you guys gonna have opportunity to see how is the life of
A half Brazilian little girl.
Yeah, half a Brazilian little girl that lives in the United States. So we should start talking about this, right? So
Yeah.
tell everybody your age.
So, my name's Olivia Rizzo, and I'm 9 years old, about to be 10 in a month.
Okay. It's 2024 right now.
So, I was born in 2014. I'm in 4th grade, and
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
some good information. So something that a lot of people probably, even people watching, maybe you have some friends watching, you have like your mom watching, Mama Jay watching, like a lot of people watching here. Do you think you're different from your friends because you're half Brazilian?
100%. Because all my friends, they're always like, oh, how do you say my name in Portuguese? How do you say this and this in Portuguese?
That's interesting. What do you tell your friends about that?
So when they just say, like when they ask me a name, usually names are the same, right?
Names are the same.
So like if you say, you would, if you're gonna say hi Olivia, you'd say oi Olivia.
Yeah. So Olivia speaks a little bit. She used to speak more Portuguese,
Yeah.
but Olivia can understand a lot of Portuguese.
And then I started public school that everyone speaks English.
But you have that. There are some half Brazilians
Yes,
right there.
I know 2 Brazilians.
Yeah, but they don't speak Portuguese,
They're
right?
not as Taylor and
The-
Michaela. Michaela doesn't understand Portuguese.
But Taylor understands Portuguese.
Yeah.
She does,
We
right?
did Portuguese class.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You guys did. But the thing is, like, I see a lot of kids right here that. I see a lot of kids right here in the United States that the parents, when both parents are Brazilians or both parents are Italians or both parents are whatever country they are from, usually the kid speaks Portuguese because they speak Portuguese with each other at home, you know. So I should do a better job speaking Portuguese with you, but I need you to understand what I'm telling you.
Yeah.
So sometimes I get lost, and then your brother's Portuguese was way better. You know, since he started to go to daycare, his Portuguese is just like,
Yeah.
yeah. I feel like your Portuguese now, it's a little bit better than Arlo's, even though Jamie, his mom, speaks Portuguese.
I also want to...
Just so you understand, sorry. Olivia's mom is American.
Yeah.
Arlo's mom is American, but Arlo's mom speaks Portuguese. Fluent Portuguese. So just for the context.
I also think if both the parents speak Portuguese and they live together, I think you would most likely be fluent because you would probably hear them speak it in your house.
Yeah, that's what happened with Maya today. So Olivia went to jiu-jitsu with me today.
And there's a little girl,
Yeah.
like, she's like 3. She's about to turn 4 in December. And
She speaks fluent in both
she
languages.
speaks fluent in both languages because she goes to preschool here and they speak English, but both of her parents speak Portuguese. And So she's fluent in Portuguese too. Her first language was Portuguese.
Yeah, and they exclusively speak Portuguese at home, which is like something that I'm not very proud of, that not be speaking Portuguese at home with you. However, since you were a baby, when I was living in the same house with your mom, me and your mom only spoke English.
Yeah.
You know?
Because mommy only
understanding.
Yeah.
But the thing is, like, when I was living with Jamie, so we were speaking more Portuguese, but the thing is, like, when I'm talking to Jamie, Jamie's Arlo's mom, so we mix a lot. Me and Jamie, we mix Portuguese and English, like, insanely.
Like, when I talk
crazy.
to you, sometimes you talk to Jamie, and you're, like, talking in Portuguese, but she answers in English.
Yeah, but sometimes I speaking, it's really weird.
Yeah.
Because English is my second language. Portuguese is her second language. Sometimes I speak me as a Brazilian speaking English with her, she answers me a lot in Portuguese.
Yeah.
You know, it should be the opposite. Me being the Brazilian, I should say stuff in Portuguese, and she should answer in.
Yeah.
So it's pretty interesting. What else do you think is different for you? Something that I always asked you, and you're like, "No, Daddy, no." If I have an accent. You know, so you always like, no, Daddy, you don't have an accent. So right now, as an almost 10-year-old, can you tell that I have an accent?
Okay, so your accent has gotten better over the years. I just didn't want to make you feel bad.
I knew about that, but I you gotta tell me.
Okay, but it's definitely been better. But you're like, put it on the trash.
But this is not an accent. This is like speaking English
I
wrong.
know, but you're another thing is
Do you know what an accent is?
Yeah, it's like
When
accent.
Yes.
Accent.
Do you know what?
Accent.
See?
There's T in accent.
Do you know what an accent is?
Yes.
So when your mom is speaking English, she doesn't sound like me.
She doesn't say Olivia. She says Olivia.
Okay, so how I say your name?
Yeah.
Say again. How I say your name?
Olivia.
How your mom say your name?
Olivia.
How Jamie say your name?
Olivia.
How your grandma say your name?
Olivia.
So how vovó say your name?
Olivia.
Like me?
Yeah.
So this isn't an accent. So I'm talking to you right now. Can you tell I have an accent? Because you
definitely have 100%. Well, I would say it's 50-50 with an accent, but you definitely don't sound like an American.
That's having an accent, so you don't sound like an American.
You're not American.
Well, I am.
Well, yeah, but you're not born in America.
Okay, so I was not born in America, but I am a U.S. citizen. I'm an American citizen.
South America?
I'm South American. Okay. Yeah.
So you're American.
That any other things that you think is different from you, like, because for example yesterday you were hanging out with your friends and the parents were together, right?
Yeah.
So what do you think is different from when you're around me or like the Brazilians or when you're around the Americans? How do you see like the difference?
So the difference is whenever I go anywhere with a Brazilian, and there's like a party of Brazilians and like you probably know someone, they say you're really beautiful. The
Brazilians say that?
Yes, and then when I'm around Americans, they're just like, hey, what's up?
Yeah, the Brazilians always say, oh, you're so beautiful.
They're like, oh, bonito.
Bonita.
Vovó says bonito.
Não, vovó says bonita. Oh, bonita. I know, vovó say, oh, bonita da vovó.
She says bonito.
Okay, if you say. So, what else do you think is, for example, you were Taylor's house the other day, right?
No. Yeah. Taylor's house.
Like, couple last weekend, I don't know.
Yeah.
So, her mom is Brazilian, right? Mm-hmm. So, do you see any similarities, something that you see like is very similar the way when you are in my house? That are nothing.
Brazilian food.
Brazilian food.
But they are vegetarian, so yeah.
Okay, so then what Brazilian food are you talking about?
Rice and peas.
Rice and beans.
And what's it called?
Coxinha, pão de queijo.
Pão de queijo, not coxinha.
So those things you always gonna have inside of a Brazilian house.
Yes.
You know, coxinha, pão de queijo, rice and beans. You eat rice and beans all the time. You haven't been eating that much because I haven't been making a lot of rice and beans, but yeah, we do eat a lot of rice and beans.
I'm also Irish and Italian.
Oh yeah, so you, well, you're Italian because my side. Yeah. I'm Brazilian. I'm half.
Your dad's Italian.
Yeah, so I'm half Brazilian.
And then Nan is Irish.
Yeah, so you got a big mix, dude. You have like a huge mix on you. You have Brazilian, Irish, Italian. I think this Italian, Brazilian.
Shelby's Filipino.
Filipino. Her mom is.
She's making like ubi cupcakes.
Ubi cupcakes? That sounds good. She was doing this today when you guys are talking?
Well, yesterday we went to get the stuff and then she's gonna bring it to school for all of her friends.
Okay, so you're saying your best friend is Filipino.
Yes.
One of your best friends are Filipino. Half Filipino.
Half.
Do you see the difference because if she's half Filipino, but her dad is born in America?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay, so she's half Filipino, but her parents both grow up with American culture. Mm-hmm. Do you think she has anything that you feel different for example, Harrison is like very American, right?
Yeah.
Her both parents are Americans, and so do you see any difference culturally, like what kind of things that Harrison bring to it in school, things that you bring to it in school, or things that Shelby brings to it in school?
So I told you this today. Shelby brings acai.
She brings acai, which is like Brazilian.
She doesn't bring like anything like Filipino, I don't think.
Well, you never bring anything Brazilian to school neither.
Harrison eats school lunch.
Okay.
So I think he brought school lunch, not home lunch, like once in 2 years.
Okay, so it was just like, do you have any other friends? Like, do you have any friends that are like Mexican, or you have an Italian friend, right, in school? What's her name? Her dad's Italian. Olivia. Olivia.
Yeah,
she's half Italian.
Yeah.
Does she bring something different?
I don't really know because I don't sit next to her.
Oh, okay. So what other things that you think makes you do you think you're Brazilian sometimes? Do you feel like, oh, this is so Brazilian?
No.
No?
I feel like I'm like one of the most American kids in my class. There's a lot of everyone in my class is really Italian, except Olivia, because she's the only one that has braids.
But Olivia is Italian.
And
because her dad is like Italian. She's half American, half Italian.
So Olivia has the same initials as me. OGR.
I know.
OGR.
Yeah, Olivia Grace Rizzo.
I'm Olivia Grace Rizzo. I think her middle name might be Grace. I don't know, but it's Olivia something.
Yeah.
Riccatulli.
Very Italian.
We are both very Italian.
So, and thinking that way, so what else can you tell? Tell me the difference, like culturally, in your mom's house and your dad's house.
Hello.
What do you think, like culturally, like what do you think is...
Me and mommy, we eat a lot of Brazilian food here, and then me and mommy just get random stuff.
Random stuff.
Yeah.
That's very American. Yeah, American food is very random.
Camera.
It's okay. It's still recording.
Oh.
So, what else, Vida, you can tell me? Like, it's something that I always tell people. It's really interesting that for you not being able to tell that I have an accent was this for a long time, and I used to ask you, like, you sure? Of course, because you grew up, listen me talking to you, you know?
Yeah. Well, now that I'm around way more people, you definitely have an accent to me.
Yeah. How do I sound?
Song.
Say formulate, do a phrase, a whole entire phrase of me talking.
Oh no. Get on the car. Get onto the car.
So this is, you know what? I always I always thought about having kids, but like I never thought my kids would be
on a podcast.
No, not on a podcast. Would be Americans, you know?
Yeah, cause like you're born in Brazil.
Yeah.
Like when you were little, did you wish you would be able to go to America, like live in America?
Oh yeah, that was always my dream. Since I'm 15 years old, when I was 15 years old, I came to United States. Mm-hmm. I went to Disney.
You went to Disney?
Yeah, in Orlando. So, and then I was here for 12 days. In that trip, I was just like, I'm coming back and I'm going to live in America. So then I came back here in 2001 and then I went back to Brazil, finished college, and then I came back here in 2005.
So, it's the crazy part that you chose San Diego.
Well, I have friends here, so that's why I came here.
Well,
Arthur used to live here and then went back to Brazil, and then he said San Diego was awesome, and then I was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna go live in San Diego.
And then the crazy part is, it's the instinct that you went to. What's the place that you and Mommy met?
Whistle Stop, the bar.
Yeah. So when you guys it's crazy that you guys chose the same day. And Mommy was with all her guy friends, too.
I know. She was.
I thought she was with the Ninis.
No, your Ninis were not living here. Ninis are her
aunts.
Her aunts.
An ant is a bug.
I know, Olivia. I'm just saying that so you correct me. So, yeah, that's interesting. But that's how life works. You know, so that's for everybody meet like this. One day you're gonna meet somebody that is gonna be in a random place, or it's gonna be something gonna happen. So, what else, Filia? What else is like? Because this podcast is.
Let's talk about something else.
Well, this podcast is pretty much for people get to know you and get to know me and know like our culture. You know, like we. Americans have like a lot of Americans.
My favorite color is pink, by the way. Yeah.
Who's your favorite singer, Olivia?
Who do you think?
I know, but people watching this doesn't know.
You're probably gonna guess, but Taylor Swift.
Of course it is.
But no, they would probably think Olivia Rodrigo.
Just because her name?
Yeah, and her last name also starts with an R. But Taylor Swift is very inspiring.
Why is she inspiring?
Because she started at such a young age. She started at like 13 and it's inspiring how she's like, yeah, you can start at any age, and like other people start at like 23.
What age she started?
Like 16.
16.
She started music at like. Also, it's also with Olivia Rodrigo. They both started at. Olivia Rodrigo started Fame when she was little, but then Taylor Swift started music. She started in a show, I'm pretty sure.
Okay, so a little lesson of Taylor Swift for you guys here that Olivia loves. You always talking about her.
Wait. Okay, I'm gonna say Can I say the albums?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, so first we have Taylor Swift. You count them. Taylor Swift, Fearless, Red, Speak Now, 1989, Reputation, Lover, Midnights, Torture Poets Department.
That's your favorite singer. So, it's nine albums?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Olivia's first band that she ever loved was
21 Pilots.
21 Pilots, which I was very proud because she was liking real bands. And then she just went to a concert, right?
I went to the Imagine Dragons concert. First things first. Yeah, I just love that. I went with my best friends, Parker and Harrison. A shout out to Parker and Harrison if you're watching. don't meet any of my classmates.
What is the next concert for you? What, like, there's
Taylor Swift.
not Taylor Swift. Like, there is any other concerts that you feel like Dada huge. This is really interesting. There is a famous rag singer in Brazil. His name is Dada Yuch. He used to sing in a band they call. No, don't put the song.
Please.
No, I can. If you put song, I can have a problem for. Don't put songs. Yeah. So yeah, if she puts songs, this podcast gonna be take down because what's the name? You can have famous music because they don't let the podcast going on. So
Sorry.
she loves Dada Yuchi, which is like a singer that grew up with me in Brazil. He used to play on Leões de Israel, which is like a pretty huge reggae band in Brazil. And Dada Yuchi grew up with me. We grew up in the same building. Olivia, that's
What? I'm not doing it.
the same building. So yeah, she loves the music. It's in Portuguese, and it's helping her to learn some more Portuguese,
Yes.
which is
Well-
like pretty awesome.
I only know Aqualeloi.
Do you wanna sing the song? You can sing it. They won't take down. You can sing the song.
Sing it with me.
I don't know the song. You know.
Cheap a cool day.
Canta.
Sing it with me.
Não, filha. You canta. Se você canta. You canta. Você. Tá vendo?
What does that mean?
You sing. Alright, you don't need to sing.
Aqualeloi, cheap a cool day.
So this is our first podcast. This is we gonna probably have some more people coming here, guests. So me and Olivia are gonna be talking to more people. We're gonna be having ideas and talking about specific things. Today we're more specifically introducing and I like culturally, like she as a half Brazilian, half American.
A quarter of Irish, a quarter of
Yeah,
Italian.
so, and it would be nice to people know her, and she's the main character in this podcast. I have my own podcast in a different channel. This is her podcast that it's hosted with her dad, which is me. We're gonna be bringing things that is interesting for a 10-year-old to talk about it, and maybe sometimes we're gonna bring hosts, people that she can try to talk about it, stuff, and typical 10-year-old.
Okay, so most of the videos that we will make, I'm not gonna be 9 because I'm about to turn a full 2 hands.
Okay, so that's why I said 10-year-old. Okay. All right, so we're finishing up right here, and thank you so much for watching. Do you have anything that you wanna say before we go?
Bye, preppies!
Do you wanna tell a joke or something, or because you start with 2 jokes? Do you wanna finish with one?
I didn't do my magic trick.
Well, no magic. We don't have time for magic tricks.
Okay,
So.
I'll do it in the next video.
Alright, thank you so much. If you like this podcast, if you want to see more about it, so tell people to subscribe, comment, and give a like.
Okay, make sure you subscribe, you like, and yeah, and press the notification bell.
And comment.
And comment. You are my best friend.
Yeah, so if you want to know more about this, or if you have a theme something that you want to know for the next podcast, just comment, and then we choose something. Maybe it's gonna be,
We'll look at the comments daily.
yeah, maybe we talk about politicians and stuff like that. Do you know anything about politics?
No, but
Be careful what you say. Be careful what you say.
Why?
Because a lot of people are gonna be watching this. Forget about it. You 10-year-old, you don't have to say anything about this. And yeah, thank you so much for watching, and yeah, see you guys.
I was school fire marshal last year, student council. Thank you.
There we go. All right, guys.
Okay.
See you. Thank you so much for watching, and see you guys next time.
Thank you. Oh, I'm